Hey, what is up, y'all? Welcome back. We've got another full before and after home renovation for you.
We have searched high and low for the perfect house for our subscriber, Chris, and we found it. Come check it out.
I'm Lincoln.
And I'm Lauren.
And we are happily married.
But not to each other.
We started out as college buddies, graduated into business partners and content creators.
And now we've launched our company, Homemade, where we help other people fulfill their dream of flipping houses and executing on beautiful home transformations.
And you're in luck because you get to watch this full home transformation from start to finish.
Yeah, so loving this part of town.
Yeah, we are down here in South Austin, right off of Manchac. I know it's spelled Menchaca, but we say Manchac.
The locals say Manchac. It's a great area, especially for families.
You got plenty of really cool bars down here, believe it or not.
Oh, that's family friendly?
Well, not exactly, but they're fun. You've got the Moon Towers Saloon, you got Lesser Pearl South, a lot to do down here.
Loving the vibes down here, and I'm loving the vibes of this project, especially for Chris.
I'm Chris. I'm currently living in San Antonio, Texas as of this taping, but I'm soon to be moving to Warner Robins, Georgia to start a new position with the Air Force Reserve there. The channel just popped up in my feed on the algorithm and I started watching it and started getting the bright idea of, hey, yeah, I think I can do that.
We think this is gonna be a really good size house, 3-2, which we love, 1,753 square feet, built in the early 1980s, 1983, and we bought it for $390, which was right in his buy box.
We were built in the early 1980s.
We were. Yeah, I'm excited to see it.
I can't wait to see it. Let's go.
All right, here she is.
Oh, she's a beaut. Look at her.
She's pretty cute.
I love it.
I do too, and you know what? In person, the red's not as terrible as it was in pictures. I still want to change it.
Yeah, I don't love the paint choice necessarily, but it's not terrible, and that's pretty cheap.
Yeah, and the roof is new, which is nice. Not the color I would have picked, but you know, take what you can get.
You got curb appeal, you got decent landscaping. What's not to like?
I decided on this particular house because it was a great opportunity. I saw the layout that was sent to me and I saw all the potential. Then when I saw the render that was sent, it looked like it was a perfect house that I'd love to be a part of.
Curb appeal continues.
Yeah, and look at this front door. It's like the color of my skin. Look at it. It matches perfectly.
We'll probably switch this door out, but I can't react too hard because we did paint a door this color once.
Have we? I don't know that we've done this.
We have. Welcome to your life.
Okay.
We did this. Go check it out. All right.
Welcome home.
Oh, this is cute.
Yeah.
Potential. Your paint color continues inside.
Yeah, it is a tone.
We may need a green screen. Might not be able to see you on this wall.
It's camo, it's my natural habitat. Look at this place. First of all, can I just say, I love attention to detail and they hit it with the flooring.
So from here, I can see 1, 2, 3. Those might match at least 3 kinds of flooring from my vantage point. This is like that 4-corner state where you can see all 4 states at once.
Yes. What are those states, by the way?
Colorado,
Yeah.
Arizona, Utah,
Yep. No. Yeah.
Nevada.
No. It's New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado.
Mexico. I always forget about New Mexico.
Yeah, New Mexico.
Who knew?
Fact check.
Okay, moving inside. I do love this vaulted ceiling.
Plenty of headroom in here. No beam up there to have to deal with. I think it's nice. A lot of popcorn though.
I was gonna say we're not as close to the popcorn when it's vaulted. This is kind of an interesting little niche. I like the way they've decorated with, you know, faux flowers and Kleenex.
Yeah, it is interesting with the air return there. I'm not sure exactly what you do with this space though.
I know, I'm gonna have to put on my design hat, come up with something cool.
Yeah. Also, this is a first for me. I don't think I've ever seen outlets that are at an angle like that. Have you ever seen this? They're like a 45-degree angle.
Twisty.
I continue to see new things all the time in houses. You think you've seen it all.
Makes life worth living, you know? Something new every day.
You've got your laundry room right here off of the kitchen, easily accessible.
And also access to the garage.
This is pretty nice. I mean, it's a big living room. Fireplace is nice and cozy.
Knife and cozy, is that what you said?
Nice and cozy fireplace. Oh my goodness.
What is this?
Is this the scene of a crime?
Holy moly. And now you've just implicated yourself because you touched the handle.
Got fingerprints all over it.
Yeah.
Not the staging I would have gone with to sell the house, but you know, to each their own.
But I do like this fireplace. I like that it's in the living room. You also can see it from your dining space. It's simple. We can paint it. Love it.
Easy access to your back porch.
Yes. But one thing you don't have easy access to is your kitchen.
Yeah, it's a bit closed off here.
Yeah, I'm beginning to rethink everything all the positives I had about the living room have quickly turned to negative in the kitchen.
Yeah, now I think some good news about this kitchen is, wow, it is small, but I think we got easy access to our living room here and our dining room here. I'm thinking we can easily open up these walls and it should be fairly easy to blow out these drop down ceilings and extend cabinets all the way up. Complicating factor is you've got a lot of storage here for your pantry, and we've got a water line running to our refrigerator on this wall that we're gonna have to relocate to an exterior wall if we wanna be able to fit a nice island here.
Yeah, we can probably run that in the attic though. No problem.
The refrigerator? I don't think
the
it's gonna
water
fit up
line.
there.
Water line. And I think it goes without saying we're getting rid of everything in this kitchen.
Yeah.
These countertops, they're like homemade or something. I don't know.
I think this is like a laminate with like an epoxy.
Yeah, it's
on
like a
top of
garage
it.
floor. Like a
Doesn't
nice
look
garage floor.
Like a nice garage floor.
I think total overhaul of the kitchen. We are gonna need to figure out, where does the fridge go? How can we replace that pantry space? I was kind of thinking about, because we have the eat-in space over there, kind of capturing some pantry space over here.
Love that idea. Yes, speaking of, I just toured a house in the neighborhood that was recently redone as a comp, and they did something very similar to get more storage space out of like an unused eating area.
Love that idea, especially matching the comp. How are we feeling about this window though? Because that might be a little awkward.
Yeah, it is a bit of an awkward space if we're gonna partition it off. That window is right in the middle of where we would want to build some shelving or potentially a little wall and a door. So I don't know, we gotta figure that out. I don't know if that window should stay or go.
Because if we take it out, we're talking about new siding, some things that are not on the scope of work as it is. So that's going to be a talking point amongst the team.
You know, we could always just board it up with plywood and turn it into bookshelves like what they did at our last DIY house.
Perfect. That's what they do.
If you guys haven't seen that, make sure you go check it out. Link below.
Okay, so let's head outside real quick.
Yeah, that is a big deck out there.
All right, well, it's a nice space. I don't know if I wish they would have painted it the flesh color or this red. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I like the red trim. It's a nice space. You've got a lot of deck area out here. They went with the all gravel yard.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Well, some people may love it, right? Low maintenance.
Totally.
Certainly. Other people may not love it.
Yeah.
But to take it out, it's
my
gonna
gosh.
cost so much money that it wouldn't be worth it. So we're gonna have to roll with it.
Yeah, I don't mind rolling with it. I think if it were dressed up, like with a fire pit or even just some outdoor seating back there, make it a little bit more usable. You can see yourself out here.
Yeah, it could work for the right buyer. Totally.
We are gonna have to pull up a bit of this deck to get access to the foundation because we do have some foundation work to re-level the house.
Yep, that's gonna be a pain.
Yes, it is. But nice that you've got access to the deck, both from your living room and from this bedroom suite over here.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Let's go check out those bedrooms.
Yes.
Okay, so spare bedrooms over here. Very simple. They share this bathroom.
I think it's really about coat of paint, swapping out the floors. These are easy to fix up.
Yeah, they got the floors running a different direction.
And a different material. These are fake wood laminate and these are fake wood tile.
Nice size window though.
Yeah, nice big window to your front yard.
Good sized closets. This bathroom, I think we rip it out. We redo the whole thing.
Yeah, this is a very standard hall bathroom. You've got enough room to work with in here. Not sure if we can squeeze a double vanity in here or not, but we'll have to see.
That would be awesome if we could. All right, let's go check out the primary suite. Okay, so this primary suite is awesome. I love how big it is. I love that you have access to that deck right here. This is great.
Yeah, this is huge for a house of this age. Love this.
And you can put a king size bed in between the windows. You're not covering a window.
Or a queen size if you just like it a little snugger.
Yeah, there you go. Options. Let's talk about this bathroom though.
Ah, yes. The old 45-degree closet bathroom. How many of these have we done?
Quite a few. Quite a few. And it's always a debate whether it's worth it to change this layout or not.
And it never is. It never is. You've got to somehow still fit in your closet space, keep your double vanity, and have enough room for a shower.
Yeah, I think what we'll do probably here is the standard play, rip out the tub, do a nice big shower, painted glass, make it feel more modern.
Totally. We like to keep one tub in the house, and that's in the hall bathroom.
Yep,
This one can be a nice walk-in shower.
this one can go. You do have your potty area, has its own space, which is nice.
The potty area.
The potty area.
The loo? Are you talking about the loo?
Yes, his and hers closets. I think it's great.
This is plenty of space.
These vanity lights are something else, man.
Yeah, that's a choice.
And shell sinks, holla.
Always with the shell sinks. This is a great house. This is just the perfect, easy, high ROI, keep it simple type of flip. Cannot wait to work with Chris on this one. It's his first flip, and I know he's excited to get started.
Yep, let's do it. Yeah, so we've got our work cut out for us. I do have a few designs in mind that I want to present to Chris and let him pick the direction that we're going to go on this thing. I think there's a few different looks that could work, so I'm excited to get his feedback. And we also need to talk to the construction team and find out what we need to do with the window and a few other items.
All right, let's get to work.
So when I was looking at comps in the area, I was really excited because there was a lot of like design forward comps, which is great. That means that we have free reign to do what we want. And I think we're going to need to do a few special touches here and there to really stand out when we go to list.
I went to go check out one of the comparable sales in the neighborhood. Whenever you get a chance, it's really nice to actually see these things in person, to get a sense for the quality of the finish out, the workmanship, the size and space, to really see what mark you need to hit in order to get that same sort of sales price on your project. Wow, look at this place. So this was a really nice comp. It had a big, nice open kitchen with some upgrades like a wine fridge and a big island, new cabinetry, a really fun backsplash that they did in a fun tile pattern. Right over here, they've got their kitchen set up. Now I know they reconfigured this, they blew it out and opened it up. Even though these layouts aren't exactly the same, seeing this kitchen made it easier to visualize what the kitchen in our project will look like once we take out this wall. Also, the pantry in this comp was a good example of what we're hoping to do in our kitchen. Check out this big pantry off your garage. Nice big pantry. You got laundry over here. This is really nice. Yeah, so now that I've seen this comp, I think it is definitely worth having that pantry added beside the kitchen. I chatted with our homemade team and we did end up having a little bit of room in the budget for the window removal, framing up the side of the house, and new siding to match the existing. In this living room and kitchen area, we're gonna put a massive beam up in the ceiling to open up that space and connect the two areas.
Obviously, storage is super important to modern buyers, and because we're opening up the wall, we're losing the current pantry, but this is actually gonna be a win-win because we're gonna get a bigger pantry, which is always a good thing. Maybe not open 24/7 though, we'll see. On our channel, you've watched us flip houses for a profit, but the reality is there are lots of ways to make money in the real estate world, not just fix and flips.
Yeah, personally, I've taken a balanced approach in my own personal real estate portfolio with a mix of flips, short-term and long-term rentals.
A lot of times you'll hear people say that owning real estate is a great form of passive income, but the truth is that it is anything but passive. There are rents to collect, bills to pay, and expenses to keep track of, which can be overwhelming and time-consuming when you're also trying to flip houses and film YouTube videos.
There's only so many hours in a day, and I was spending way too many of them on my passive investments. I knew there had to be a better way, and that's why I was so excited when I was listening to a podcast and I came across the sponsor of today's video, Baselane.
Baselane is a banking platform tailor-made for real estate investors. It's designed to help you do all the tasks associated with managing rental properties in one place, from banking to accounting and bookkeeping, and even property management.
Personally, I'd much rather work on my business than in my business, which is why I love that Baselane streamlines everything for me. Automatic rent collection and expense tagging help me reduce the time that I have to spend on bookkeeping, and they make it easy to organize all my payees in one place. I can set up recurring and smart payment rules, and I can easily send wires, checks, or ACH payments. All the information is streamlined in one place, making it so much easier during tax time.
So if you're like us and you want to spend less time on busy work and more time on your actual business, head on over to baselane.com/flipsters to sign up for Baselane for free and get a chance to win a $500 Amazon gift card.
I like that. Hey, and if you end up using Baselane, let us know what you think in the comments below. We'd love to hear how it's made you a more productive investor.
Okay, now let's get back to the reno. So our homemade client on this house is Chris. He is actually the one that purchased this house, and he is moving out of state. So he wanted to come with Joe, get some eyes on the property before leaving town.
Let's go check it out.
All right.
Hey, Chris. Good to see you.
Good to meet you.
Yes, nice to see you. What do you think?
I love it.
Yeah?
I love it.
Starting to shape up.
I'm looking forward to it being done.
Well, we're getting closer. Got some paint on the exterior, some new trim paint in a dark color, which I think kind of just livens it up a little bit. You want to go check it out inside? All right, let's do it. I think we do a pretty good job with our virtual clients of showing them the property remotely. We have a 3D render, but it's always good to see a house in person and walk through that with the clients to be able to show them the vision and the potential that we have for this house. Okay, so Chris, we got a new front door painted at the trim color. I think it looks nice.
This was much nicer than the peach door.
You weren't a fan of the peach. It's still here if you
Yeah, you
want
can
to
have
take
that.
it.
It's my gift to you.
All right. Yeah.
Yes.
No, I agree. I'm with you. It's much better than the peach. Doesn't have the glass insert, which is, a little dated. So yeah, lots of progress here in the living space.
Yes, I love the open concept idea.
Yeah. Open concept is
Yes.
big. People love an open concept, so I think this is going to be great. As you know, we opened this space up not only to the living room, but also the dining room. So I think this really just, now it flows.
Because one of the walls that we're opening up is a load-bearing wall, we are going to need a structural engineer to draw up plans to make sure the beam that we put in the ceiling can actually support the load of that span.
Had to get a little extra beam work in here, but
It is what it is.
it is what it is. Once you start opening walls, you want to make sure that they're not going to cave in on you. So
Yeah, that's usually that's something that most people
Safety
look
first.
for when they're buying a house.
Yes.
That it's not going to fall in on them.
totally.
Yeah.
We also did a little bit of reframing here, added a pantry. This previously was a breakfast nook area, so I think this will be really nice and functional for a new buyer. I'm jealous. I wish I had a pantry like this. This is awesome.
So do I. Cooking is a bit of a hobby of mine. Seeing that they were going to have a kitchen that was a kind of kitchen that I would love to have myself, the way they decided to redesign it is going to be perfect.
Okay, so living space is shaping up nicely. It's almost time to do all the fun, pretty stuff. We're getting through all the demo part. Let's go check out the bedrooms. So one of the things I'm most excited about for this project, Chris, is that we're gonna put all new flooring throughout. So it's not this weird hodgepodge of tile and wood and just a single floor. I think will be nice.
Yes.
Were we up to 3 different types of flooring in here?
Yeah, and then these were the same in the bedrooms, but they weren't oriented the same, which drove me crazy. Still need to do some demo work in here. We always keep it very simple in the bedrooms, just fresh paint, did scrape the ceilings, gonna be doing some new light fixtures, and it'll just be nice. These are nice sized bedrooms.
Perfect.
Good. Okay. Well, let's go see the primary suite. All right. So moving into the primary suite, this is actually one of my favorite parts of this house because it's so nice and expansive. And then you have access to your deck right off here, which freshly painted, no longer red. We also did a lot of foundation work. So we had to rip up part of this deck to get in there, make sure everything is all level, but it feels good to me.
Yes. I remember seeing the pictures of that.
Yeah. Not the most fun thing to spend money on, but you got to make sure you got a solid product when you go to resell. So
Another thing that people kind of like, they don't like the house falling.
So let's take a peek in the bathroom. I think it actually is pretty nice once we took out this tub, really it's gonna be a nice walk-in shower. You can kind of see it come together. We've played around with the idea of redoing the layout on these and it just never, the juice isn't worth the squeeze on that. And so you got dual closets here and then walk-in shower now and separate toilet area. So I think it's actually a pretty nice layout.
Did we really have to get rid of the seashell vanity? I mean,
We did, Chris. Comment below, should we have kept the seashell vanities?
Necklace coming soon.
I think all new cabinetry throughout is going to be really nice. Yeah, so next, get these floors up, get some paint,
Put some tile on here.
tile.
Finish up our rough-ins.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do still, but we're on the right path.
right now the house looks gutted, but I know you have to break some eggs before you can make an omelet. By the time this is done, this will look like an omelet made by Wolfgang Puck, I'm sure.
I'm real glad you were able to come see it before you head out of town.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. This is a lot of work done in such a short amount of time.
Could you say that again just like that?
That sounds like a client testimonial to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was really great to meet Chris IRL. The house was at a fun stage to be able to show him some of the progress. Demo had been done, but we hadn't done a ton yet. But it was really nice to be able to walk the property with him and really get to know him better. Okay, so we're almost through the hard part, and then we get to do the fun stuff, all the design and everything. So this project will come together. I know you are moving away, so
Yes.
we will be sure to keep you up to date virtually and on all the progress, and then hopefully it'll be done before too long.
Looking forward to it.
All right, so let's talk about the design plan for Chris's house. Moving inside, the key design element on this house is gonna be all about opening up that kitchen. By taking down those walls and opening it up, we're gonna have room for a nice island. We're gonna go with white shaker cabinets in this project. We're actually gonna run some cabinets in the dining room as well, which I think will be really nice, creating a feature wall, which we'll paint with a really dark paint, and space for a little wine fridge. So I think that'll be a nice upgrade. In the kitchen itself, we're gonna have kind of an L-shaped kitchen along with that island. We're gonna have a nice quartz countertops and a really shimmery fun backsplash. I loved the proportions of this tile. The dimensions are a little different than what you typically see. Throughout the house, we're gonna have pops of dark paint. I think it's gonna give a little bit of a moody vibe in addition to the modern, and I'm really excited about it. You'll see that we have painted the doors dark as well as the fireplace in this render. One of the spaces I'm really excited about is this niche over here. It kind of didn't really seem to have a purpose before, so we're gonna paint it dark. We're gonna install a new light up there and then put in a wine rack. So I think it's gonna actually kind of look like a high-end restaurant vibe and really kind of create something unique and for buyers to remember. Currently, the floors are kind of a mismatch of different materials. We are gonna run this nice honey oak wood-colored floors throughout, and I think that'll really give it a nice warmth, especially as we're doing some more modern touches in the light fixtures and the paint. And we will be running these floors in the bedrooms as well. That gives it kind of a higher end feel as opposed to carpet. In the bathrooms, we have this really fun concrete-looking tile. It's large format, and I think it's gonna look really nice. In the hall bath itself, we're keeping the layout the same, but we are giving it a total makeover. We'll have all new tub, new vanity, new countertops, new light fixtures, new mirrors. We're gonna do this really fun gray tile. It's kind of shimmery, and I think it'll look really nice installed. We are gonna run that tile all the way to the ceiling, which I always think is a really classy move. Okay, so let's go check out the primary suite because I'm really excited about this space. One thing I love about this space is how it has access to that porch, and I think it'll look really nice, and it's really cool that you have access to that space from both your living area and your bedroom. And finally, moving over to the primary bathroom, super excited about the tile for the primary shower. It is a Zeliage tile, which means it has a handmade look to it, and each one is a little bit different. So once it's installed, it's gonna have a lot of movement, and I'm excited to see it. We are gonna go with a stacked pattern for this one, which kind of gives it more of a geometric and modern vibe. Throughout the house, we are gonna run matte black hardware. So I am super excited to see this house come together. I think the design is gonna be spot on for this house and for this neighborhood, and I can't wait to see it come to life. Out of the house.
A lot has changed since the last time we saw it.
Let's check it out. Okay, so we've got electrical happening today. Trim work is going in. Check out these floors.
Looking good. Yeah, these things are sharp. I'm loving how open this space is. Anytime you're gonna span a space this wide, you wanna make sure it's properly engineered and they've signed off on the support beams. These things are massive. We've got one long one here and another one tying in from this direction to make sure everything's properly held up. And now that it's all covered up, you wouldn't even know there was a wall here.
Can't even tell.
I don't know if we wanna reveal too much, but this is the most dramatic transformation by far. Now that the kitchen cabinets are in here, you really start to see the space taking shape.
Totally, and I love all the accent paint that we've done throughout. Fireplace in the dining room and big wine nook. I'm pretty stoked for that.
I know you are. I know you're excited about the wine nook. Let's go see this primary bathroom because I'm loving how this shower's shaping up. I think this is one of my favorite ones yet. This square pattern tile is looking sharp.
Yeah, it's that Zeliage, which I'm really into. It's got a handmade look, and so each one is a little bit different shade, and it kind of almost gives like a sense of movement or pattern to it, which I think is really cool. But with the squares, as you mentioned, and some square tile on the floor. And then this is the same floor that we used in that hall bath for consistency.
All the pretty stuff's about to happen. We're gonna have countertops going, those light fixtures and mirrors are gonna get hung on the wall. This thing's gonna be done before we know it.
You know what that means.
Roll that work
Montage. So if you're new to the channel, we recently launched our company Homemade, where we help our subscribers just like you flip their own projects. At Homemade, we help you find your project, scope it, design it, renovate it, and sell it.
Yeah, our client Chris was actually able to do this project remotely. He lived in San Antonio and moved to Georgia in the middle of the project, but that's okay. We got him covered the whole time. He's been a longtime subscriber, so we were really excited to finally work with him.
I originally started with Homemade about, almost 2 years ago now. And at the time, there were so many people that it was hard to, to get a project because there was so much competition. And then by the time that there were projects available, well, my orders were ending. I was suddenly unemployed. Then once I got the full-time position, the timing was perfect. For me to start this house. It's something a little different than other kinds of investing, but this was something that I could see the before, the after, and then be part of, giving this to somebody else. Who knows, this could be somebody's first house.
So glad we could work with Chris on this project. The stars finally aligned, and this was the perfect project for him.
So if you'd like us to help you find your perfect project, head to homemade.co or click the link in the description to find out more.
Is it that time?
It is time for the big reveal. You ready?
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, I think she's looking good.
It's looking nice and fresh, refreshed, really.
Yeah, it was kind of a mini makeover out here. We painted the trim this nice dark charcoal color.
I think it looks really sharp, that high contrast. We put a new front door on it, which adds a lot.
Looks really good. New front numbers, some fresh landscaping.
Yeah, it had great curb appeal to begin with, just needed a little touch up.
Bye-bye red paint.
Let's get through that front door because the inside is where the real makeover happened.
Okay.
Wow, look at this place.
Cleaned up well in here also. Feels so much bigger.
It feels huge in here. It's like you've doubled the size of this space.
In part because we're running consistent floors throughout. No more hodgepodge of different floor styles.
Yeah, this was like the four corners, Arizona, Colorado, Utah, New Mexico. We've got one consistent united floors of the house.
Love it. They're beautiful, white oak. We got to talk about this living space.
Yeah, this room really shines.
Now, it was always nice because it had this vaulted ceiling, but now, as we'll see, it's open up to your kitchen, your dining space, really, really comfortable space. We went ahead and painted the fireplace dark, kind of give it that nice bold accent.
It looks sharp, so it's dark there, it's light all above you. You got the nice white fan, and then we've got this nice little nook over here.
Yep, loving the wine wall feature.
Yeah, you can just feel it stacked high with wine, right? This is like wine lover's paradise.
Speaking of wine lover's paradise, let's move over to the dining space. Really loving how this dining room turned out. We added a couple upgrades to the space.
Yes.
We added this built-in cabinetry, this nice paint accent wall, and
Looky here, wine fridge.
yep, you can store a lot of wine in there.
I love this chandelier too. It's kind of like nods to mid-century a little bit.
Yeah, it's a light touch.
Oh, I get that. I get what you did there. This is a nice space and again, feels so much bigger than what was here before because we eliminated the wall that separated it from the kitchen.
Yeah, we took down quite a few walls in this project, starting with this wall right here, and also the wall going to the living room. So we actually had to run a huge beefy beam to accomplish this, but now everything is open and flows so nicely.
Now you've got extra seating spaces here and your kitchen island. Makes it feel just more casual, more cozy.
Yep, you got pendants that allude to the dining chandelier. You got matte black hardware throughout, white cabinets, white quartz.
Love the countertops that we chose. It's got that very pronounced vein right through it, yeah?
Yep, and we went a little bit different on the backsplash. We actually did these kind of like mini subway tiles. They're about half as wide as a traditional subway tile and ran it in just a classic horizontal brick lay pattern. Really cute.
Looks sharp. Now, we also added a lot of value behind the stove right here. We got a full-on walk-in pantry.
Yeah, this might be one of the things I'm most excited for in this house.
Yeah, it's not every day that we get this much pantry space.
Well, and we didn't have pantry space, if you remember. This was actually the breakfast nook, and because we have the eat-in dining right there, we didn't need 2 dining spaces. This is much more valuable as pantry and storage.
Love it when a plan comes together. Let's peek our heads in the backyard because it's still peaceful and serene out there. Okay, soak up the sun.
Gorgeous day. Loving this patio. I've always loved this deck. I didn't love the color it was originally, so with a nice gray instead.
I think this is much better than that loud red. Now, we kept in place the gravel that we inherited. It's a lot of money to move that, and I'm really excited because the new buyers, I think, are gonna be people that actually enjoy this. Some people really want a low maintenance backyard.
Yep, this is the definition of that.
And we got a nice little fire pit in the corner with some seating area.
Looks cool.
Love it. Let's go check out those back bedrooms and that hall bath, yeah?
Sure. Okay, did our usual play in here. We did run the engineered hardwood floors throughout, including bedrooms, which is a bit of an upgrade.
And this room is nice because you've got this nice big windowsill, a lot of natural light coming in here for your front bedroom.
Fresh, clean paint, nice new modern fan.
For the other bedrooms, same play, nice, fresh, clean, simple.
Let's check out this hall bath. Kept the layout the same for this bathroom, but we did update basically everything in it. We got a whole new tile backsplash in the shower, really fun gray tile. Went with matte black for everything. Schluter, hardware, faucets, light fixtures, again, mimicking kind of similar to light fixtures in the dining room and kitchen. And again, kept the white cabinetry and the white quartz countertops. Went with a gray cement tile on the floor. I just think it looks modern, a little bit industrial, and pretty cool.
The showcase to me is this tub surround, the tile we chose. I love it. It's got these like subtle changes in color that give it a lot of dimension and kind of personality.
We removed the drop-down ceiling in here, so it already feels a lot bigger. And if you like this bathroom, wait until you see the primary suite. I love this space to begin with, mostly because you have access to this nice deck out here, lots of light in here, nice big space.
Yeah, really love when a primary suite has access to the backyard because it feels like it's more of a spa-like retreat. In that backyard area, you get to kind of count as bonus space for your primary bedroom, you know?
Totally. Speaking of bonus space, love that chair where it's got 2 windows. Like that's just, I could see new owner really enjoying relaxing in that space.
A lot of natural light in here and you can just bask in the sunlight.
Okay, let's check out this primary bathroom because there was some discussion about the layout on this one. Okay, so we have worked with this layout quite a bit in our house flipping journey. And ultimately, we always just basically decide, don't change it, just update the cosmetics. And I think, again, that was the right move here.
Yeah, it always is because moving the plumbing around in this slab foundation, you just don't get your money out of doing that. And you've got plenty of space over here for a nice walk-in shower. And this tile, look at this. This is dope.
Isn't this good? So again, it kind of alludes to the gray tile in the hall bath, slightly different tones. We did a square tile in here and we stacked it. So I think it has like a really modern, fresh feel. And I love the kind of geometric square grid for the shower floor. It all is working.
And just for context, you know,
How tall are you? What's your wingspan?
my wingspan is over 7 feet.
Wow.
I've got plenty of room on both sides. I feel like this is nice, spacious.
You don't feel like you're talking in a phone booth.
It feels a little echoey in here. Acoustics aren't great for recording YouTube videos, but that's not why you're buying it. You're buying it for things like these nice big double vanities.
Double vanity, you got drawers in between, so lots of real estate, and double closets. Again, lots of real estate where it matters.
Exactly. All right, now what really matters is making some money on these things. We gotta talk about the final numbers because we've already spoiled it, but they worked out good. Let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about the final numbers on the project. So Chris purchased the house for $390,000. Our renovation costs were $127,000. Financing and holding costs were $33,000, bringing the all-in investment to $550,000. Of that, $130,000 was equity and $420,000 was debt. Chris ended up selling the house for $623,000. After $41,000 of closing costs, that brought his net proceeds to $582,000. That left Chris with a gross profit of $32,000 or roughly a 25% return on his equity in about 6 months. If you guys love before and after house flips, make sure you're subscribed. And if you want to learn more about flipping with us, check out homemade.co.